making some ackee, and we have some saltfish over here, and these are the list of ingredients. Nothing special because we are doing a quick meal. Me nah no yam, me nah no banana. Me have Irish, but I don't know if I want Irish yet. So the ingredients that we're having is flour, cornmeal, ackee, saltfish, tomato, bell pepper, onion, scallion, thyme, I guess, scotch bonnet pepper, and we're also going to use salt. So if there's anything else, I'll definitely list those in the ingredients. And here we have our water. Put on the stove for boil. This is for the dumpling, and this is to boil the saltfish. We're gonna boil the saltfish twice. So we're gonna boil it one time, we're gonna pour off that water, and then we're gonna catch fresh water and boil the saltfish again. So let's get to it. Yes, so guys, I washed the saltfish with some cold water. So I rinsed off the saltfish with some cold water. So now I'm gonna add it to the pot. So I'm gonna allow that to boil. Alright, so we're gonna make the flour. May I flame it up my light because I want to see if it's a difference. So now we're gonna make some dumpling. So the first thing I'm going to use is some flour. Alright, and I think I'm gonna use all of this flour. Also going to go ahead with some cornmeal. So not too much. And then we're gonna add some salt. Oops. I usually knead my flour with warm water just because to me it makes the flour knead easier. So first thing I do is combine all the ingredients before we start kneading. Not that you have to, but that's what I do. And then I'll make a hole in the middle. Pour water. I always pour that first, and then I just combine that. Then I find the rest of flour with no water, no touch or whatever, and just go in again. I haven't feel the flour like this in a long time because through normally wear nails, but normally need the flour in our gloves. But this feel, yeah, I don't know. This reminds me why I like using the gloves. Alright, so I'll just go in with little water at a time and just put the flour in it. So that's what you have to do. Each time you just add a little water and go in again. And when it reaches to this part, this is when you have to take your time add the water because you don't want to spoil the flour. Anyway, the camera kind of blocked me from getting this done comfortable because I don't know, most people don't realize how difficult it is sometimes when you have the tripod in front of you and you try to get all this done. And one other thing, I don't like kneading flour because you have to put your muscle and your strength into it. So I'm just going to continue add the water and knead it. Sometimes too guys, when it reaches a stage like this, you can just, instead of pouring the water, you can dip your hand in it and just kind of damp your hand and rub it again. So just continue to do that until you get it nice. Go in again, rub again. I'm gonna bounce the camera. Alright, I'm gonna move the camera for a second and see if we can get a different angle. We're in. I can knead it properly. Have a better hole. I don't want to think this is easy work, you know. So I don't like when my dumpling too tight. I don't like when it's too loose. So by doing this, I can tell. I'm trying to cut the video. So it's still stiff. This can be a tutorial of why I make dumpling. Ooh. This is what we have. Sometimes we can also to clean up the bowl of the floor. Alright, so I'm just gonna cover this and make it swell a little. So what I'm gonna use is that damp cloth and just cover it. So I pour off the ackee and come back. So pour it off. So now I pour it in a strainer in a bowl, and then use the water from the saltfish and pour it over the ackee. I would normally do this over the sink, but I want to show you guys what I do. So after I pour off the water now, I'm going to catch fresh water in the saltfish and boil it again. So we're going to put in my flour now. So water boil. I'm going to add a little salt. Take a piece. And this depends on the size you want your dumpling, right? And then we are going to knead the flour. Make the dumpling. So all I'm doing is just bringing over the edges just to round it off. And guys, you can make your flour how you want to make it. It not have to be perfect. I've been doing this long enough, so I think that's why I have this well pat down. And it's not a brag, it's just I've been doing this for so long. So, and if it don't look neat or too round, you still can go in and round it up, you know, just to get it perfect. And then you add that to the pot. So now I'll go one more time. So this will pop it off, and then I just place it in the palm of my hand and just turn it. All I do is turn it. This hand basically I use to push it. So let me see. turn it and press it. Right? So we know me said that was the last one. I do one more again. So just pop it off. Put it in your palm of your hand. And just turn. Roll. Press. Into the water. Alright, so we're going to do that and come back. So this is the last one. One thing you have to do is once you're done putting the dumpling, you have to move the dumpling then. You see some of them start stick already, so move them round in the pot. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but washing a potato with soap, actual soap, if you're not going to drop them in the dumpling pot with the actual scrub. So you wash them. Only thing you have to remember is to rinse them properly. That's all. Just rinse off the soap off of them properly. But yeah, then have to wash with soap. Water alone don't remove germs. So wash them properly. And rinse them properly. Just pierce them with a fork. This is optional because them small. Just pierce them. 3 piercing as far as I can and drop them in the pot. So just do that. And as I said, this is optional. Make that do its thing. So now we're gonna cut up some seasoning. So what I have is onion, tomato, bell pepper, little piece of thyme. You can't put a lot of thyme in ackee, and some scotch bonnet pepper. So now we're gonna cut up our onions. And if me look like a handicap, it's because the camera is right under me. Not even the camera, like the stick. So me fear, you know, work around that. So if me look a little off, that is the reason why. So I put onion, and then I'm gonna grab my tomato. I might use half of this tomato because it's kind of big. we keep the red going. We're going with some red bell pepper. I'm gonna do the green. Pepper. So now we're gonna pick up the saltfish. And while I'm gonna pick up the saltfish, so guys, we're gonna debone and slice up. While I'm gonna pick up the saltfish though, guys, I'm gonna tell you about my cookbook. So I've made the cookbook about 2 months ago, but I haven't been promoting it. So guys, there's a link in my bio on Instagram and on TikTok, and I'll try to link it on my YouTube also, so you can go support the book. The book have about 30, I want to say 30 to 33 ingredients, and all the ingredients have instructions. All the recipe have ingredients and step by step. So if you want to support me, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio for that. I don't know why I don't promote it. And also, you have a book and you have single recipes. So if you just want one recipe, you can also buy it that way, purchase it that way if you don't want the entire thing. Because a lot of people don't like every Jamaican food, but you have a one particular Jamaican food that you're interested in, you can go ahead and purchase single recipes. And guys, thanks for the support. It doesn't matter if it's a like, share, or a comment, I appreciate it. So yeah, I wanted to say that, guys. So this is the saltfish that we have here. Alright, so now let's fry up the ackee and saltfish. I'm gonna add some oil to the pot, and guys, use the amount of oil that you want, but I'm gonna use something like that. So guys, I'm gonna go in with my seasoning. I did add a few little piece of scallion to it. It doesn't make much, so I'm going to add those to the pot. I'm going in with my onion and tomato first. Hopefully you can't hear me. And thyme. So I'm going to repeat that in case you never hear me. So I'm going with the onion and tomato and a piece of thyme first. So once the onion gets translucent, that's when I'm going to add it. And I'm going to go in with the saltfish. Then let me go in with the bell pepper, the scallion, and the hot pepper. Now add some black pepper to this, and this is optional. Use the amount of black pepper you like. I love a lot of black pepper, so that's what I'm going in with. And guys, I taste the saltfish and it was a little fresh, so I'm gonna add a little all-purpose. And guys, I promise you, if you don't boil enough salt out of the saltfish, don't use the all-purpose, because sea fish hold a lot of flavor, and trust me, it go good without adding no form of all-purpose. Yes, I could have added salt, but yeah, I choose to add the all-purpose. So once it's looking nice and juicy like this, then we're going to go in with the ackee. And we have to be gentle with the ackee, because can Ackee, as you guys know. What I normally use going with a spatula, because I think this like move it or maneuver it better. Oh my god. So you just want to gently move it. Some I probably know. I got a little more black pepper from them when I want to where I look white. And as I said, you don't have to cook. And then I'm gonna go in and hold the pot with 2 cloves and just shake it so that we can get the flavor to just, you know, go around in the pot. Yeah, some people know if I flip it, but I don't want that show me too look Ackee. So I'm just shake it. And I'm gonna turn on the stove a little and just cover it a little. And we're not cover it for long. We'll cover it for maybe like a minute or 2, and that's it. Guys, let's get into the food, the end result. So this is what we have going on to the Ackee. And then we'll also have the food pot going. So we have dumpling and we have some Irish potato. Alright. Guys, thanks for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye.